Hello, everyone. This is Bentley with guest star Pop Limo the Corgi. He's he did not want to be out of the room, so I gotta hold him so he's not rocking all over the wood floor and making noise. But today we're gonna do a quick follow-up on Brightwell's Razor. So that product is designed to help get rid of algae. And I want to clarify one thing that I got a lot of questions of in the previous video. Unlike, say, Flourish Excel, this is not an algicide. It is designed to prevent at I think it's bacterial level, if I remember correctly, prevent the bond that algae can hold on surfaces. So this is designed for your glass, your hardscape, all that kind of stuff. I've been using it for about 3 weeks now. Not fully on instruction, basically only dosing it once a week. I've been so busy I haven't been perfectly regular with it. But even that, I've had some really great results. So with that being said, let's take a look at the tanks and just see where we are. This is without any major cleanup crews. So there's a few auto-synclists, like 2 to 3 in each tank, which is definitely not enough to put a dent. And the final tank, you're going to see the acrylic that has the rainbow mix that are raising out. They just got some Pandagara quite literally yesterday. So not enough to put any dent, and it was yesterday evening nonetheless. So not really going to put a dent on the algae that's in there yet, because they're kind of slow when it comes to tackling glass algae. But let's take a look at the progress. We'll look at the original shots versus what we're looking at today. The results are pretty dang good for just water changes and adding this product. I think you're going to be surprised. There's each of the tanks, and me holding a corgi. I love this little boy. He's the cutest thing in the world. I think it's pretty impressive, especially if you look at like the rainbow tank and the angel tank especially. Like there was some really thick dark green algae, and now it's much thinner, much paler, and there's just 2 SAEs and a couple of really fat autos in that tank. They're not keeping up with that kind of glass algae. They're not going to remove a lot of that. Otherwise, it wouldn't have built up in the first place when I started conducting this experiment. So, let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this product? What do you think about Papa Limo, maybe? So far, are you impressed with the results? Does it make you want to try it even more? Less? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to know. If you appreciate appearances from this boy, he's getting a little riled up. He's been sitting in my arms too long. Let's get him down. Okay, here. He likes being held for a little bit, but then eventually he's like, I want to move. And you can hear why I did not want him in the room. But nonetheless, we love this little boy, so we're just going to wing it. But anyway, if you enjoy seeing Papa Limo, or maybe just kind of seeing just direct comparisons, not me like going, it's the best product in the world, and then never showing you anything. Like, I've seen some people do that, by the way. I can't stand it. I like showing you guys and let you judge for yourselves. So far, me personally, if you want my take on this, I'm pretty impressed with what it's doing. I think if I followed the instructions perfectly, which is every 3 days with water changes, we'd see an even more drastic result. But this is about every 5 days. That's how often I kind of have to come in and top off water in my tanks. And I don't always do full water changes. I do top-offs more regular than anything right now just because my schedule's so busy. So every time I'm doing a top-off on the tanks I'm showing you, he wants pets, but he doesn't want to be held. You're such a greedy boy. I'm dosing with Razor. So let's really quickly take a break. I'm going to grab it just to remind you what it looks like. Now we got this back in hand. Again, a huge thank you to Papa Limo being a greedy boy. But more, a huge thank you to the guys at Brightwell for letting me test this stuff, along with a multitude of other things that I'm slowly working on through the fish room. And I'll go over a couple of quick things that matter here. One, not an algicide. So this does not contain glutaraldehyde like most of your liquid carbons do. This is not designed to straight kill algae. This is designed with a proprietary blend of stuff that's going to prevent them from adhering to surfaces. So if they can't adhere to a surface, they can't really survive. One thing that is really critical about this product, only use it while the lights are on. So if you're doing your water changes late at night and you're about to turn your lights off as soon as you're done, don't dose it then. Dose it the next morning really quickly. It doesn't take very much. It's literally a milliliter per 10 gallons, suggested every 3 days. I've been doing it about every 5, and it's still been pretty impressive. Also, don't put this in with your crustaceans, so shrimp, snails, stuff like that. You are at a risk of losing them while using this product. I will note that in several of my tanks where I have snails, I'm not seeing massive snail die-off in those tanks. However, this is based on Brightwell's recommendation, and I would follow that as closely as possible. Can you just sit for a sec? If you just sit, it wouldn't be so loud. And they do note a couple of their other products that this works really well with. There's the Florin Bacter, and then like Phosgard and some of the other stuff that removes phosphates and stuff from the water system. That just all kind of helps fight algae. But I've been running this test solo with just Razor, and then of course my natural dosing of fertilizers, topping off water, occasional water changes, things like that. Lately, I've been kind of doing experiments in heavily planted tanks with no true water changes. As far as like I used to do 50% a week. I think now I do 50% a month. And I top off from there. And all I'm kind of doing is monitoring to make sure that these are only in the well-planted tanks, by the way. So, example, my Shelly tank still gets proper water changes. It's like 50% every 2 weeks and top off between that. But so far, pretty impressed with this little product. I'd love to hear down below what you think, just looking at the tanks, seeing what's going on. I think that being able to see those things and make your own opinion just looking straight up, toe-to-toe, yes, I suppose you have to assume that I'm doing exactly as I say. I don't know why I wouldn't, but there are people out there. For those of you who think that I'm secretly cleaning the glass between everything, and you can hit thumbs down. It's okay. Just make sure you hit it twice. Once is not enough. Twice shows the true spite. Can you sit? Sit. You want to come back up? Obnoxious boy. Hi. Hello. Hello, my cute child. My fur child. Not to be confused with my fish children. So, that's it. Let me know in the comments. For those of you who are kind of new to this channel, maybe you're one of the few that, like, I guess few's not right. When you're like one of the 60% that watches my channel and doesn't subscribe, consider throwing a little subscribe, like, share. That all helps with the magic YouTube algorithms. It helps the channel grow better than anything else. Like, you can become a member, and that's really amazing, and I'm super, super thankful to the members and patron folks. But really the best thing in YouTube land for helping a channel grow, if you appreciate the content I do, is to give it a like, shoot a little comment down below, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and then if you really enjoy it, or maybe you just think, I had a friend who might be interested in this, share it their way. I would greatly appreciate it. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and stay awesome. You want to look at the screen? You want to do the rest of the video for me, boy? Do you want to do the rest of the video for Dad? Apparently he doesn't want to do the rest of the video. So there you go.